Their curls, clothes, keeps and shit. I would think because that's a part of the with the spirit of the most.
All right. Don't get mad at me, Machiavelli. I had to cut you off kind of early, boo. You know what I mean? She was doing her poetry. Y'all already know how we rocking. It is a beautiful day in the A. Temperature then came down a little bit, but you know we keeping it hot in these streets with this hot independent music. Once again, man, I am back at it. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. We're cooling with Kara from 2 to 4. She has a phenomenal show. Support the people that support y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all been doing a phenomenal job of supporting all of the radio personalities, and I definitely appreciate that. And y'all make sure to tune in tomorrow for Soundcheck ATL from 2 to 4. I also have a few things I'm gonna talk about before I get off the air. But no further ado, you already know what I do, man. I break hits, I talk shit. This is your boy P Weezy, 2 E's, 1 Z. Don't ask me why. Grind time is in the building. What's cracking, my boy?
What's going on, P Weezy?
Hey, man, first of all, like I tell all my guests, man, I definitely appreciate you for sliding through Atlanta radio station.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
You know what I mean? You could have went anywhere you wanted to go in the city. You came pushed up on the kids, so that definitely means a lot to us. All right? So jump right into it. For the listeners, like we was talking a little bit off air about the music and this particular single. But before we get into the single, let the listeners know a little bit about you, maybe before music, and where you're from and things of that nature.
Well, you know, I'm from Jacksonville, but you know, I grew up in a little small spot outside of high.
Are you Duval?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But now I'm to the phone, you know, shout out to home team. But yeah, but I grew up in a little spot called Hinesville, outside of Savannah. You know what I'm saying? In Georgia, a little small spot. It ain't real big on the music scene, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But you know, it just came up kind of country boy. You know, country boy with city ways. City ways got a country boy in him, you know. So, but you know, that's pretty much it. You know.
But see, I don't even like when they say, like when I moved out here before, when they would say country boys, I could understand it back then. But I think y'all use that just, I don't know why y'all use that word country boy, because I feel like the whole state of Georgia turned city. Like, so now what would be the difference with a country boy versus a city guy in Atlanta, if there is anything?
I mean, I would say it's me making the transition up here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the hustle, it's a little more widespread because again, the opportunity is greater. Right. So that alone, you know, would it be in a bigger city? You know what I'm saying? The population is great. So of course, come a higher population, you know, a bigger city is gonna be more money. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's a lot of dirt roads down that way. You know what I'm saying? 4-lane highways. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no expressways.
So the city boys want to be country boys now, because that's what all the politicians is mad about. They on these goddamn 4-wheelers all in the streets. And spinning. So the city boys want to be country boys.
But you know, that just goes to show you it's the same everywhere. Right. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, ain't no E-ways down there. It ain't no high rises down there. You know what I'm saying? The biggest building in the city is the courthouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, small. You see what I'm saying? To the point where, like, you know, to be making a certain amount of money, you got to know somebody to know somebody.
Oh, so it's
okay. Yeah, you know, small kind of.
It's one of the places you don't want to get caught up with doing.
I'm trying to say, you get my drift?
Oh yeah. But you get away with a little shit out here.
I'm trying. You get away with a lot of shit out here. You know what I'm saying? You get away with a lot of shit out here. For real, I ain't gonna lie. But
I can dig it.
You know, but again, like I was saying though, it ain't really no difference. It's just, you know, the environments. You see what I'm saying? This is a city. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, biggest being that it's a small lane, little small cut, little small hole, biggest building in the city is
everybody know everybody.
Yeah, everybody know everybody. Every fifth person family, every third person cousins.
Okay, so the major place I would go to would be Savannah.
Definitely.
Okay, how far would Savannah be from Hinesville?
Like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Like right there. Yeah, like right there, right down 95.
Okay, well, yes, I mean, sometimes it's good that you could be that close to the city. And
but at the same time, you know, at the same time, it's like you can only go to Chatham, go to Savannah so many times.
Oh, that's true.
Damn,
that's true.
I gotta make a stretch. Man, let me try it. You know what I'm saying? Hop on the road 4 hours to go down here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, you know, and then that's the South. Like I say, this is the LA of the South. So it's a lot, you know, between Miami, but you know, between LA and Miami, let me say Atlanta and Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you either gonna go both of two of them spots when you hit the South. Period.
Right. So Jacksonville, is it a place that you frequent or?
Yes, sir. The West Side. The West Side, 103rd.
See,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And how was that like growing up in Jacksonville?
I mean, it's way different. You see what I'm saying? Again, it's much more faster than it is in the country. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and again, like the music is the music scene is popping down there, but it's, you know, Jacksonville kind of more gully. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot more hood movies down there, a lot more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Okay, and then been here in the A. So if you had to decide just a place to stay between Jacksonville and Atlanta.
One thing about it, home gonna always be home.
Right.
Well, home always gonna be home. Right. So I'm gonna always have my nest in Duval. But on the business tip, you know what I'm saying, for its growth, you know what I'm saying, and trying to, you know, spread and, you know, get a little bit of this, you know, some of this, you know, black on, you know, this type deal, you know. I'm in Atlanta with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my mom, you know, my mom's side of the family, she from, you know, Georgia. So I'm definitely familiar. I've always been back and forth in the two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My daddy a Florida boy, my mom a Georgia boy.
And that's good to have. You know, you got Brooks here and
right.
So, Tynesville, Jacksonville. And then that's good with the music because, you know, if you left your mark as an individual, you know, now with the marketing, you remember such and such, you know, he's doing music now. So you have those different markets that you can tap into without even having to tap in. They already tapped into you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Okay, so dope. So when did you actually hop off the porch, you know, and start really doing music?
Well, what you talking about? Period? Just period, or as far as just like, you know, just trying to actually, you know, go somewhere with it? You know?
Well, I guess from the business standpoint, that would definitely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say maybe I've been kind of, like I said, all my life I've been in tune with the music. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I was telling you, you know what I'm saying, I used to be in band. So it's like, you know, once I kind of figured out how to play an instrument and learn how to read music, and I still know how to read music. You see what I'm saying? To this day, you know, but, you know, not as good as I was, but, you know, that's just always been something I like doing, and I love making it. The process, like I said, the process is just, it's just something about the whole process and, you know, mixing it down, making the beats, recording. It's just, I just love it.
You get geeked up this time about it.
Yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I just love the process, and people be like, oh, it's tiring. Oh, it's such. I mean, you can't tell. I mean, you know what I'm saying? People will die doing something they love to do. And then I'm not gonna sit up here and cap it down. The simple fact that I can get paid off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, to get paid for your passion.
Damn right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right.
I've never heard nobody say what you just said as far as the process and loving the process.
Like it's something about the process.
I've done tons of interviews. I've never heard any artist, any producer, any engineer.
Right.
They always complain. They complain about the client. They complain about having blocks, having mental blocks. You know, they never said, I love the process. So when you love and enjoy the process, it makes the product come out that much better.
Exactly. And my thing is this, like, when you get in the studio and you sitting back, and like I say, you go through this process, you cook up a beat, you write your lyrics, you go back and forth to record, you know what I'm saying? Even the messing up when you recording, you mess it up. You know what I'm saying? The whole, how you get your good engineer, he punch it in and make it all sound together, and you be like, damn, how did he just make this sound like that?
Right.
And then when you put it out there, folks be like, and they looking at you like, how I get the many sounds out of you? And it's like, bro, you just, man, like, you had to.
And you're saying this even before, like, whether you went gold, platinum, or diamond, because, you know, a lot of producers and artists, they say we made that magic together. The same magic that they're talking about is actually what you're describing.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that they have the same passion that you have, and that's how they live to make that magic. You know what I'm saying?
Man, when you put, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna say the comment, say you put blood, sweat, and tears into it. I mean, maybe not literally, but you put blood, sweat, and tears into a project, and then the outcome is something you didn't expect.
Right.
It's like, we didn't see this. And it's like, damn, so that process was worth it. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I just love going from each step doing.
That's dope.
You know, I just like the whole process. It's just, I don't know. I'm just a little different.
And like you said, you know how to read music. You know what I mean? You know, that's a good thing. I mean that's something that you would have taken interest into, because I definitely can't read music. I don't have You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I mean that. So it been in you since then. You feel me? And that's where you are with it now. It's just a different facet of it. You know what I mean?
Like the older I got, I realized like, okay, making the music, what you're hearing is only half of it. If you only knew what all came behind this track that you dancing to, for is the paperwork and the clearances for it to be released and this and
distribution,
I'm like,
coding,
you would be surprised. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I sat back and I kind of figured out a little bit on that, and I'm like, it really ain't. It's not. I mean, it's something. It's someone. It's something for everybody. Just like it's a sound for everybody. So I'm like, this is something I enjoy doing. It. Why keep going through this process and not advance with it? Why keep falling in love with the process? Now I feel like this right here, I'm already in love with the process. So now I want to fall in love with the other side of it. And it takes one and one to get two. I fell in love with one, so I need it's a second half. You know what I'm saying? As far as like I was saying, as far as me being here, this opportunity right here, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like this. Like I ain't never thought to sit back and okay, let's try to go forward. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can sit back at home and make 1,000 songs all day and love the process. But why not try to compensate and actually go further with it? And I'm get some money off of it.
And it's crazy that you say that, because what I tell artists is that if they're not making money off their music, then they're not in the music business. It's a hobby. And there's nothing wrong with having a hobby, because I had a hobby. I collect sports memorabilia cards for years. And my mom was trying to put me out. I had King Griffey, Michael Jordan, everybody. But until I started making some money off of the cards, I started selling them. I had so many of them. I was able to sell them. Now I'm in the sports memorabilia business because I'm able to generate money. So that's what I try to explain to artists is, no matter how much money you make, you get your first check, if that shit ain't number $79. It's a starting point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Feel so good about them 79. Like what?
It came back. Go harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So fast forward into you taking this serious. You hear at the radio station. Besides this particular track that we're gonna break to the world, which is Grind Time. I mean, a Crash Out. Was there any other music that you have released before this particular track?
I mean, I got a lot of older stuff released, but I kind of, like I said, sort of took it down. You see what I'm saying? Cause like I was saying, it's like, okay, I mean, it's nothing wrong with going back, listening to my old stuff. But like I said, if I'm going to start taking it serious, I need, just like I'm going to take it, I need my listeners, and my supporters, and everybody that's going to stand behind me. I want them to take me as serious as I'm taking my craft. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So you was practicing before. Now you in the league.
Yeah. So it's like, what? I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna necessarily say I'm in the league, but I'm trying to get there.
No, you're officially in the league. When I mean you're in the league, it's a big league now.
Right.
It's a huge league. Right. But you're in the league. But before you was just practicing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get myself together and get myself prepared. You know what I'm saying? For what's going on. And it's like, okay, spend a little bit of time trying to figure out what's behind the music.
Right.
I remember watching, you know what I'm saying, back in the day behind the music, VH1 and stuff like that, and seeing little things on the internet. Oh, this artist suing his CEO, or this artist suing the company. And I'm like, it's deep. What? Like what? Exactly. So I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? You just want to sit back and make some songs. You talking about you want to get some money. You know what I'm saying? How you ain't already got some money off of something you done throw it on the internet and it's been 7 years later or something like that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be worried about all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna take this serious. I'm gonna start doing it like this right here. Right. So I need everybody that knows me, that knows Grind Time. I want them to know the music too. Okay. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, bro. Bro, be sliding shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I want my people to know that I'm taking it serious. So
now they gotta take what you're doing serious.
Yeah, you know that this is not a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna sit here and just do what I've been doing. No, it's not just on the track from middle school no more. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So Crash Out will be your first, would we consider official single? Or?
Yeah, this Crash Out will be my first official single as far as me having it on all platforms and doing the video to the visual to it and, performing it. You know what I'm saying? Like my first official one.
Dope.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like just this, you know what I'm saying? Just these steps right here alone. I'm like, damn. it kind of, and you know, God's been blessing me also. And it's like it's kind of been moving fast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It been moving quick a little bit. You know, so you know, that'll be my first official single. You know.
Okay. Dig that.
By the way, y'all go get that. It's on all streaming platforms right now. Anywhere you listen to your music, you can go get that, download that. Also got the visual out to it too. Grind Time, Crash Out, YouTube, search that. Run me up.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and break the track, and then we're going to come right back with the big homie Grind Time, Crash Out, exclusive. You already know it's in that rotation on the hottest independent radio station, Atlanta radio station. Let's get it. Oh, fuck. Jesus. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and break track and we're gonna come right back. We're gonna grind time, crash out. Oh my goodness.
That was
Let me be clear.
Hey man, say man, hey man. Hey man, hold on, Grind Time. Why you get it to him like that? Why you get it to him like that there? Why you get it to him like that there, big bro? Listen, I told you out the gate, like, first of all, like I was telling you when I first heard the track, I said, listen, the first thing that I get it to him like that there, big bro. That's my bag. I got it on the radio, man. I got 2 remotes.
Mm-hmm.
That's my bag. But when I first heard the track, it just went hard to me. Like, I'm a lyric man. Like, I like to listen to the lyrics. I like to hear what the motherfucker talking about. I mean, I know, and that's why I don't like a lot of rap, because when I listen to it, it don't sound authentic. But I was like, first of all, I didn't have auto-tune on it. And your first verse, you asking little homie what a work at, you know what I'm talking about? It's just on some real street shit, like some, I don't know, it was just like a fresher breath air when I hear music. And I think that auto-tune takes, in my opinion, I like to hear what niggas talking about. I like to hear your voice. You know, they got it when they rap,
right.
I want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? And the track went hard. And it just took me back to where, I'm going to say this, even though people may not like what I'm about to say, it took me back to the era when it was a thing called gangster music. Even though I'm not saying you representing a gangster,
Mm-hmm.
It was energy behind it. Like we was talking earlier, he was telling you some real shit. Like it was just street music. And you know, that type of music would rock the car wash. Like you would put up at a car wash and niggas is banging that shit. It signified the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I'm really getting at. This motherfucking song, Crash Out, is a street anthem. It was what the streets embraced. You feel me? Like niggas riding in the drop top, mugging niggas. Like it was because back then, bro, you could make this type of music and not everybody was about that life. You see what I'm saying? Like the content that you giving them,
right?
It's not for a 9-year-old.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? But we could listen to it, but we wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why we like to listen to it,
right?
Because we wanted to be the motherfucker that he was rapping. That we wanted, but we knew we rolled that shit, but we wasn't gonna do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That type of music now, motherfuckers is doing something. Like niggas is active out here, like they grinding, they working, and they fucking going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So when I hear like when that energy, it's just it takes me of a good time where you can appreciate the artistry and the music and the passion, but we didn't have to live it.
Right.
It didn't have to be us. We could just be fans of it and be like, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What was the mindset when you went up in here to do the track?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Like at the time when I was in there, I had already dropped a couple songs. I had just did a track, called Slide. I'm finna release that shortly though.
Okay.
But I was doing that, and it already had me in another mode. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, which at the time, you know what I'm saying, the engineer at the time, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Jonte because he laced the fuck out that track. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when he had gave me the idea, he was like, bro. He was like, you should do one of these. So, he went on his computer, he was just going through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he pulled this up, he pulled the beat up. So when he pulled it up, I heard it, and as soon as it dropped, I started freestyling. You see, so I started freestyling it in the thing, and then I was like, there was some more folks in the studio at the time, and they just started riding. And then the other dude hopped on and he started freestyling with me. So I was like, you know what? Run that tape. I'm finna do that. So when I went in there, I played it in the headphones, you know what I'm saying? I had them fired up, took me a shot.
Okay.
And when he played it, it just came off.
Okay.
It just came off. And I just went to just ride it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just want to be in me. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they hear them type of beats, they're like, oh, you must be from Detroit, or you must be from the Midwest. I'm like, nah.
See?
I'm straight out the South.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like the South is my home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm like,
and it shows your versatility too.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I just got on that beat because I love, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I rock with them boys. Like I like them, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I get on that and I do me.
Right.
I don't try to sound like nobody else.
Right.
I'm not talking about nothing that I haven't experienced,
right.
seen, or witnessed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that means I just got on there and I did me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because one thing about music, it can be very much well duplicated.
That's true.
But
that's true.
It's all about the artist.
Right. And I think I think in a nutshell, that's why I like the song. Once again, the way it just I know a good song, mm-hmm. and I listen to a lot of good music that is mainstream. I listen to a lot of auto-tune because that's what's being put out there. Mm-hmm. I listen to a lot of artists who got bags behind them and they have good marketing campaigns. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I listen to independent artists who I think have good bars and who wrote the track and, give us something that, in my opinion, is authentic and organic. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Right.
The song prior that you said Slide,
uh-huh.
Was it a same producer?
Nah, definitely not.
Different energy?
Different energy, but it's different energy, but it's more Dirty South energy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That song, that's more, the Southern type. You see what I'm saying? They'll know that came straight from the head. They'll know that came straight. You can't mistake that.
So do you write music? Do you sit down or do you do a lot of freestyle and then just go back and do some corrections, or do you actually sit down?
Kind of both. But I came to the realization that when I write, I can get deep, and people don't really care too much about. They don't really value. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really value true lyricisms and stories no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
I think King Von was a great storyteller.
Exactly, he was. And with him, I feel like this person, I actually liked him, and I feel like with him, his stories also went along with his life. Which also made it even that much better. He wasn't capped. What I'm saying? He wasn't just saying some shit to make some money. He was putting his real life on the beat and made money off of his story. That's what you call making money off your story. You see what I'm saying? Which at the same time.
But now Biggie would have been more of a storyteller, or maybe not when you talked about the 10 crack commandments and things. And I was going kind of far back.
Yeah, I mean that's just like just sounds home. You know what I'm saying? Like Boosie. Like I'm a real big fan of Boosie. Boosie made good money off his stories. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of folks that trick. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If you ever heard of a Camouflage, from Savannah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Recipe Camouflage, you know what I'm saying? 912. But but at the same time, it's really much more about drip, style, demeanor, fancy way, your stilo. You see what I'm saying?
Sound like that. I mean, I'm not a fan of that music. I mean, it looks good.
But at the same time, that don't mean that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still get on there and be me. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about something now.
Yeah.
Because my life don't revolve around no damn clothes and vehicles.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? And that's it. They got, like all these different names and shit. I'm old. Right. I be like, what are they talking about?
Right.
I don't even know some of this goddamn names.
But that mean you could be out of bounds then. Cause see, it's a lot of shit. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm a 90s baby, but some of the newer stuff, I'm like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't really listen to that like that either. Right. But I listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I get a little bit of this and a little bit of that from everyone.
But because the person couldn't really, like, looking at you, I couldn't really put you gave a little clue when you was like, it was a 90s baby, but I couldn't put a age on you. Like I couldn't say if you was this age, that age. I mean, I got an idea, but either way it go, it's who you can reach with the type of music. Right. Because the young people, they doing what the old people doing any goddamn way.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna bring Crash Out back out, and I definitely wanna looking forward. And this is the first single, so we're gonna definitely push it, put the goddamn stamp on that thing, put the extra stamps on it.
I so appreciate it.
And need it. I definitely wanna hear more music, but we finna play the fuck out of Crash Out. They can check out the video. Where they can check out the actual video at?
It's on YouTube. Y'all go on YouTube right now. Just search Grind Time, Crash Out.
Now I checked out the snippet. I gotta go check out the.
It's the video on YouTube.
And shout out to everybody that did comment. Shout out to Black Pablo Durkee out there in Cali. You know what I mean? A few of the cats that's tapping in. Because
I sure appreciate y'all. Y'all rock with me, man. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. So now you say you got a performance you doing?
Yes, sir. After this, actually, it's a day party going on. Shout out to Spring Urban Fest. They throwing it on set pregame. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. MLK.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what the fuck going on. Southwest.
So we finna hop up in there, slide and do that real quick, and enjoy ourselves on this Memorial Day weekend. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Try to stay out the way, and hey.
Well, I would I may slide on out there. I mean, I got my little homegirl. She stay over there in the SWAT. And we're gonna be at the pregame on the 12th. I'm gonna be hosting an event, a money machine event with Bobby J. So we're gonna be up there. I'll be hosting and giving away 500 first place prize, second place prize, and then you can get in the goddamn money machine and win some money. I'm trying to be in the money motherfucking machine.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm scared. So I'm telling you, they let me in that motherfucking money machine. I promise you, bro. I know how to do that shit. I'm telling you, see, listen, what motherfuckers be trying to do is catch it. No, I'm just gonna put my body on it. And all you gotta do is spread your body. If a big nigga he ain't gonna let him
You can't give him the sauce now.
Oh man, big nigga go up in that bitch, he can kill him.
You can't give him the sauce, man. You can't give him the sauce. You can't give him the secret.
So what's your performance like? You look like you be ready to tear the goddamn stage up.
Like I ain't gonna lie, my performance is my music. So
you go ham on the stage?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna just stand there. You know what I'm saying? I like to interact with people. I like my people to interact with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's engaging.
Yeah, I like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm on stage and I'm jigging and I'm bouncing, I want my people to be jigging and bouncing with me. You know what I'm saying? We start throwing some water, let's throw some water together. We finna, you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of artists, they don't have that artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I don't mean you gotta have choreography, dances, and all that little shit.
Oh, I tell you, man.
But entertain me though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I love Gucci Man. I think Gucci Man has surpassed a lot of people's expectations of him. But he gives a horrible show. I would not pay to see Gucci Man because he's not a performer. He's not. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's never performed in his life. Like he'll walk up, like even when you see him on the big stage, he had to force himself to be there because he's a trap rapper.
You got like with that. I mean, my personal opinion is you got different style of artists. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell you, like my personal favorite. I'm gonna tell you, like some people, you know, so that's just like, you know, one of my favorite trios. I like the Migos. Them boys, they slide. Like them my niggas there. I love them boys, but it's like them at once upon a time, they always, you know, they always move, but it's the older they got in their career, they start putting choreography together. They start dancing and, you know what I'm saying, becoming more so not artists, but entertainers.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Another person, Black Youngster, you know what I'm saying? He gives energy. But I probably say one of my favorite performers right now is the Baby. One thing about the Baby, the Baby gonna give you a show. If you look up the Baby performances or go to one of the Baby performances, man, that nigga ass gonna bounce around. He gonna kick it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get out there on the crowd if he feel like it. He gonna really fuck around. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of them be too stuck up, like, you know, they don't want to interact with their people. You know what I'm saying? They be worried about their chains and all that. But at the same time, man, I've been around some people, been to some performances, and I'm a person who, like, you know, witness, you know what I'm saying? I haven't experienced it yet, but I've witnessed, bro, your fans, your true fans, they love you. They won't let shit happen to you.
I promise you.
Real talk.
That's facts.
You a good artist and you interact and you keep your fans entertained, man. Security, who? Who gonna get out of line? Bro, your fans will cause an uproar about you.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drag your ass
out of jail. Bail your ass out of jail too.
No, they're gonna drag that nigga's ass.
Yeah, we'll float your ass on the top of the ground like a mosh pit. Get your ass out of here.
And that's real.
Yeah.
I mean, and a fan is short for fanatic.
Exactly.
So they're gonna make sure
they're gonna take care of you. They're gonna take care of you.
Right. Yes,
they're gonna take care of you. So I feel like this right here. And that's even, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is even when I do hit the stage, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the folks I see them, they bouncing around and they vibing with my music. I'm gonna vibe with them.
Right, I'm gonna say and then it's gonna make other people pay attention now because that's real.
You got to catch people's attention. Sometimes, like, people be in this club doing whatever they be, or be at these venues doing whatever they be doing, and a song be playing, or you could be performing. If they're like you doing your own thing, you don't really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You're not really gonna pay too much attention. You see what I'm saying? You have to grab people's attention. Hey, I'm over here. What's going on?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up? You know, whatever. And then after once they tune in, they're like, okay, hey. Now the whole club, now they bouncing. You in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and that's crowd control.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of artists, that's back with the development of being an artist. Some people just got it automatically. But some people you have to teach it to them. Like they'll just get on the stage and they start performing. Motherfuckers are smoking blunts. Motherfuckers over there on their phone. Hey, shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Get their attention.
Yeah. When you get on stage.
Hold on, DJ. Hold on, DJ.
Yeah.
Hold on. That nigga be quick to just crank that bitch.
Exactly. Hold on, where y'all at here? Hey man, where all my such and such and such? Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Man, I tell you what, everybody from every side, we gonna turn up there and DJ spin that shit. Yeah. And then
I didn't understand that when I used to do showcases and stuff. Because I'm running the business, so trying to hurry up and get these motherfuckers in and out. Yeah. But you have to give the artists the opportunity to do that if they want to. Because some of the artists are just shy. They just want to come on and, you feel me? Yeah. Like some of them are really, really shy. I've seen people who will come and do an interview and they're real soft spoken, act like they've never did an interview before in their life, but when they get on that goddamn stage, they act like Michael Jackson. Then I've seen people
vice versa.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why just looking at you, and another thing that you said, I know I talk, but I listen as well. You was talking about the type of artist that you are, the artistry. You like upbeat, up tempo.
Mhm.
You know, you like, and that's energy. Because you got, you feel me? And that was what I grew up on. Like, as the drug culture changed, so did the music. Because when they started taking them goddamn downers, them niggas like,
Shit
I mean,
slowed
certain
up.
artists, yeah, these niggas, I'm like, how the fuck I know this nigga saying? Come on. And
Dying
got
on
a
the track.
double cup. Yeah, so.
Dying on the track, man.
Yeah, so to hear some music with some energy, it's like you can bring back the life in motherfuckers, because it's like the music has brought them down. I mean, am I wrong for what I'm saying? Do you kind of understand?
I mean, you know, I ain't gonna really necessarily like. I ain't gonna say everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and it's like, but at the same time, you get some of the best music out of them folks when they're on that cup too. You get some of the best music out of them folks when they're on that blunt. You get some of the best music out of them folks when they
the best artists.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, rest in peace, the late great DMX. He said it in one of his interviews when he was talking about how he first got introduced to, you know what I'm saying, crack cocaine at 14.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How his manager at the time, whoever he was, kind of tricked him on it.
Yeah.
And then he said too, like, when he tried it, a monster was born. He said that out of his mouth. That's what he said. And guess what? You got some of the best music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Back in the 70s. I wasn't born back in them times, but guess what? My granddad used to tell me all the time, he's like, yeah, them boys are going there, get on that thing, and they go to singing their hearts out. And next thing you know, you come out with a hit record. And get what? Guess what? I need you to sing it just like you sing it before. Yeah. There you go. I need you to sing it just like you sung it before.
That's real.
Michael Jackson, his drug was the ass whooping.
Right. No, that's some real shit.
Joe didn't play. When you sung, when you messed up, bam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
They ain't play, baby.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, and that's true. And I guess it's because there's a different culture. Yeah.
But you know, I ain't gonna say they wrong for doing it because it is what it is.
Right. Now, it was just different.
I'm drinking right now.
Right. But that was just like the norm. But see, what I would say, and I guess because I've been in the music industry for so long, and I'm gonna use these two artists. You know, I don't give a fuck. But it was Young Thug and Future. But the culture had changed. And I'm talking about the culture. So they went and I don't know what the symptoms was. Like one day I'm talking to one of these young niggas out here in People's Town. This nigga fell asleep. I thought the nigga was on some dog food. Oh, but man. He was on whatever else, whatever. I don't know if he was on a perk. I don't know what land. I don't know what he was on. But the nigga just, if the door wasn't closed, he would have fell out. So I'm an old school dude. I'm thinking like he on dog food, but they were like, nah, that's what the other shit do. So now when I'm listening to their music, because I used to can understand what Future and Thug would be rapping about. But then it was like, after a while, I couldn't understand. But when I would go to the club, it's like, everybody in the goddamn club knew what the fuck was going on. So, but that's just the culture of hip hop. That's the culture of music, no matter what genre of music. You know, most of the most inspiring, successful artists, and I always ask artists, when you go to make your most successful tracks, and when you go in the studio, is there anything that you need? You need some Kool-Aid, some chicken wings, you need some Hennessy, you know what I mean? Because
that starter kit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think like all of the greatest artists and entertainers, they have something that kind of jumpstarts them. You know what I'm saying? So, but tonight, y'all already know what it is, pregame. Y'all can put up on the kid, Ashby, MLK. What time your performances start?
Well, y'all pull up about 9. It's some stuff going on right now, but I feel like I hit the stage about 9.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna slide on out there, man. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring it back one more time. Now, why did you name it Crash Out?
Because that's just how I felt at the time. Like I crashed out on the track. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I'm saying? It's like a term, like some. It's more so of a Southern term too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, well, down my way, we'll say, man, tripping, man. I'm gonna make me crash out on his ass, man.
Oh, right, okay.
Like you almost lost it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Which
like,
what these young
he gonna make crash out is another word of saying spaz. Spaz out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You spaz out. You know what I'm saying? That's another word of saying spaz out, crash out. So it's like, you know, I just went on the track and that's what I did. Crashed out on that beat.
So when I'm listening to the lyrics, you say a lot in different facets. You touch on a lot of different aspects. Like a real nigga, if they listen to your song, they know that you know, like they know that you from the street.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And that's why I say this street music. You understand? I can identify with it because I know the lingo. I've lived the life. And that's what we don't really have. And that's what I was saying. Like I grew up on street music. We just didn't do the shit in the music. We were scared.
Yeah.
We still had bitches, money, cars. We just was not about that life. Ain't that the term that you people say? You ain't about that life. We wasn't about that life yet. And I think this music is more authentic. But I think, and when I said gangster, I didn't mean gangster music because we ain't throwing up Bloods, Crips, GDs, but just the energy and the it's hard to fucking explain. But this is the music that kept hip hop alive because there were generations of music. You had the you had the first generation where they were going against the government, like Public Enemy. You know what I mean? You had a lot of conscious rappers that was talking about the government. Right. Then you had a generation of like the NWAs where they were saying, fuck the police. Yeah. They going straight at the police. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the era where I started small time dope game, cocaine, pushing rocks on the block. I'm never broke, man. Yeah. So you had that era. And then you had the gangster era. You know what I'm saying? Niggas now they crip walking and goddamn they still wooing. Yeah. You feel me? We talking about eras of music. Yeah. Then you had the era where we getting high. We getting high to the motherfucker. We not selling the drugs. We own the drugs. Yeah. You feel me? And I think that's the era that we are at right now. I don't know what's going to be. We may be past that era. But back what you said, now it's all about the cars and the clothes.
Yeah, it's music to me, like I said again, you know what I'm saying, which is the cars, the clothes, you know what, like the cars, the clothes, the hoes, the houses, how big your house is, how much your shoes cost.
Not how many bricks you got no more.
Hell no, I ain't know how many bricks you got no more because all them niggas telling.
See?
You see what I'm saying? All them niggas telling. All them niggas telling them they either dead or they in jail.
So we passed that era.
So we passed the drugs. We ain't talking about the drugs anymore. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, truth be told,
get y'all sponge in y'all mop now. Y'all see who we at? Get your mop and suck up some of this game.
Yeah, now see, now niggas really on some shit where niggas getting their money from behind the computer. Know what I'm saying? Niggas get their money from behind the computer. You know, you still got your original people who come out here and they do their little, you know, stick up here, whatever. But niggas get their money from behind the computer now. Yeah, so I mean, and then, you know, like I say, but the music seems like nowadays more so it's a lifestyle. It's more about your lifestyle.
That's
true. Rap about how you living, how you kicking it, how you came up. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Another nigga that was living like that, and he came up, he gonna feel that shit.
Oh yeah.
Or it's gonna give him inspiration, or it's gonna inspire him to come up. So it's like I ain't gonna sit up there and say what the shit that be on niggas ain't talking about nothing now. Because I definitely hear shit every day I can relate to. You see what I'm saying? And then, you know, I listen to music and listen to artists and I hear something. And it'll keep me pushing with my music. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like I said, I get inspiration from everywhere.
Right. Now
and then with the drug music, I call it drug music. And guess what? You get fucked up to make it. You got to be fucked up to listen to it. Because you're going to feel it.
Right.
You're going to feel it. If I'm listening to Few, you know what I'm saying? And Few telling, and he rapping about how he on that cup. How he on them Adderalls or a little baby talking about how he on the Adderalls or whatever, and I'm on them Adderalls, guess what? I'm gonna feel that because we feeling the same way. See, you see what I'm saying? So it's like real. I can relate.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Dig that, and that's what I was saying. As far as when the culture was changing, it changed right before my eyes, and then the culture of it with the drugs, I wasn't on it. It was a whole new generation. But niggas that went platinum, double platinum, quadruple platinum, and at the end of the day, niggas are still here to tell the tale. So if you do anything in moderation, nigga, everything is good. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
so listen.
I don't knock nobody.
And we ain't finna crash out.
No.
We gonna let them crash out.
Don't crash out.
We gonna let them crash out.
We ain't doing no crashing. I ain't gonna lie, boy. You can't, boy. Hey, boy, one thing about a crash, you don't know if you're gonna walk out that bitch.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what? But, hey, you know.
Hey, man, this is the heavy single in rotation, man. Mr. Grind Time is in the motherfucking building, man. I appreciate your time. Once again, man, MLK. I think I'm gonna pull up, bro. You probably like this nigga pump faking. I'm gonna slide.
Man, pull up and check me out, man. Pull up and check me out, man. You know, hey, man, you know, maybe you can, hey, pull up and check me out.
And yeah, they say it's outside.
Nah, it's inside.
Oh, I thought you
It's
said you were
every
doing a day
game.
party.
It is, but it's on the inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was happening in the back. You know, they got.
Nah,
You ever
they
been
gonna
there?
be outside.
You ever been there?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I've been.
You know, they used to have a little back party.
Yeah, but it's pregame is inside.
Oh yeah.
Pregame
Okay.
is inside.
All right, we gonna come on through up that
Pull
time.
up, man. Pull up, man. Pull up, man.
All right, well, I'm gonna bring it back like cook crack. Man, you already know, crash out, grind time, Pee-Weezy, man, it's official like a referee's whistle.
Yes,
if you
sir.
ain't got it, go get it, but if not, you finna hear it, nigga. Crash out. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, we gonna come on through up that back. All right, well, I'm gonna bring it back like cook crack. Man, you already know, crash out, grind time, Pee-Weezy, man, it's official like a referee's whistle. If you ain't got it, go get it, but if not, you finna hear it, nigga. Crash out.
Oh yeah, man. I ain't playing with him, brother. I ain't playing with him. Yeah, bro. What's straight?
No, I never will. Pussy ass nigga told. No, I never did. Give a fuck about it. Shoot a nigga. I don't really care. That's your motherfucking baby mama. Bitch, I'm really real. All my niggas out here solid. Bitch, they really kill. I don't give a fuck. Be crying. They don't really is. Sticking to the cheat code. I'm a beast mode. Young nigga.
I was asking to give me a little stun on that thing. I'm gonna bring it back here, but I don't know if you want me to wait and see you perform at the goddamn spot tonight. But I was trying to like get some little movement about you. With the song on, turn it up to the song. Doing that. Oh yeah. I didn't want to. I bring it back.
Yeah, you gotta come out here and see me perform a bit. I didn't see you. Come out here and see me perform. But I give you, but I don't care. Let me. I ride my music anytime. I do what you do. You gotta give me a flick in front. Give me a flick with my boy Weezy, baby.
Let me tell that little track quick.
No, I never will. Pussy ass nigga told. No, I never did. Give a fuck about it. Shoot a nigga. I don't really care. That's your motherfucking baby mama. Bitch, I'm really real.
Y'all gonna get that. This here, well, ARS radio station. Pee-Weezy, what's happening? We in your shit. Acting up right now. Y'all fuck with me. Follow me. It's grind time. It's GRINDTY. It's grind time. T with the Y, not the E, not the I. TYME. It's grind time. TYME. Go get that. Crash out everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. Yes, sir. Come on. Babe, how this big real quick. Already, bro.
I'm gonna close out. Let's close it out. I know you gotta go. And I'm gonna sing the link.